Welcome to your magic moon message. Your magical moon message. This is the peace dealer. Moon in Scorpio, Sun in Golden Leo. Now that we have finished pre-Leo season and we are preparing for the total the criticism we about to step into, Virgo, is going to be vicious. Think of Leo season as your audition on America's uh who American Idol. And Virgo is going to be like getting critiqued by the judges opposite Saturn and Pisces. Anyway, other than that, the moon is in Scorpio, y'all. We have officially began integration. So we had new moon in Cancer, moon in Leo, moon in Virgo, moon in Libra, and that constituted the 0-degree conjunction to 90-degree activation. Now we're at 90 degrees of integration, coming into 180 degrees of full moon harvest. Let's get it. Two things you want to be okay with accepting about this transit. Given the limited nature of how your physical brain processes information relative to the infinitesimal small percentage, and really by that I mean just like less than 0.1% or less than 1% of your being that is physical, which now makes the other 90 plus percent non-physical, non-material, metaphysical. The moon in Scorpio is going to give you intense wisdom and understanding of these non-tangible elements of yourself. And so this is, of course, an understanding of the wisdom of the courage with which you express yourself on stage. You are understanding your saucy nature. You're understanding how saucy you can express yourself, giving you the vibration of pure courage. Okay, this is really deep because every time we go through a moon in Scorpio transit, there are occult, aka hidden wisdom, that not only gets revealed, but the fourth house nature of this moon in Scorpio to the sun in Leo is a Cancer signature. Cancer of privacy, comfort, and so you are adjusting your comfort zone, which now brings up very interesting dynamics. Another thing that I want to also say that you have to accept is you're not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. I'm only for the fucking best. And we can prove this right now. I have receipts, B. I can bring up every single chart I've done over the past 10 years. The people who support and fuck with me, they're elites. They're literally gods and goddesses. I could prove this to you. Kings and queens, some of y'all watching me right now, holla at your boy. You already know what's up. And quality over quantity. And so this helped me realize why, the people who don't get it, I'm not for them. There's certain people who are very passive aggressive, and you have to remember that secure individuals put aside their own feelings to engage logically. So no matter how much of a problem I have with you, instead of projecting by myself, making up stuff about what you might think about me, I, especially as a full able-bodied adult, can confront you and engage practically and classically, and we can hash out whatever problems we have. I don't have to gossip behind your back. I don't have to make up rumors because I'm intimidated of you, but I don't want to admit that, and so my insecurity is causing me to act like a stupid little bitch. This moon in Scorpio is going to help you understand the social nature of these dynamics, and by no means is it all bad. This is actually going to clear the space for you to adjust your comfort zone, expressing more deeper elements of yourself than you ever have. But just keep that in mind. Some people are going to play contrarian to you no matter what, because the existence of what you represent will always intimidate or trigger or challenge who they are. And when people's beliefs get attacked, sometimes they take that as a personal attack, as you're attacking them. Stupid little bitches they are. Not because they're triggered, but because instead of actually confronting you, they're going to insecurely project on you. Oppositions and squares represent outside influences. Leo is social, Virgo is social, Libra is social, and Scorpio is social. So this is the most social transit we're happening. We're understanding the wisdom of these social dynamics so that this can further augment how much more courageous we express the spicy sauce or the saucy spice that we have. That being said, be fully open to criticism as much as it comes and do not run from it, because by listening to this, you're going to understand how much more you have grown, how much more you've elevated above those who have ulterior motives and are just not having integrity in the way they deal with you. None of that has to do with you. So just keep that in mind. The secrets that are going to be unveiled here are going to blow your mind. It's going to really inhibit your process of really making sense of what's real, because intangible, unseen aspects with the moon's trine to Saturn and Neptune are not only going to guide you with some of the most powerful synchronicities ever, but they're going to fulfill more unlayering and unlocking of very crucial insight and information. I know I don't have to argue with anybody because they can never see me in person. I will handle that, and I'll take whatever risk necessary, just like you watching this right now. So just keep that in mind and don't lower yourself to people who want to draw you down. That's going to be that fourth house aspect with the moon in its fall. Cool. You know I'm killing this. Venus is retrograding and Mercury is getting ready to conjunct that Venus. This is going to create opportunities for those of you to really follow your heart, as it is reorganizing the social definition of who you actually move forward to. And this is really weird because some of you are single, engaging with people who you're meant to be married with for the rest of your life, and you may not even both know that. Both of you might not even be into each other. You might just be platonic friends, or you could be with someone romantically who's going to introduce you to your next lover or someone who you're meant to be with, or you're on the verge of taking your existing relationship and going deeper with it than ever. Because of the influence of Uranus that's squaring this Leo energy, unexpected, unpredictable events throughout this week will occur that can change dynamics and shift dynamics in relationships to take someone who you never would have ever considered even developing something with. Now you're tight with them, and vice versa. Someone who you never thought you would ever be without, now y'all beefing. So don't take it seriously. Allow things to play out as we're on the red carpet in this movie scene. And most importantly, because Leo and Scorpio be beefing, yo, like this is heaven and hell. It's not really like a petty beef. It's very existential. Like it goes very deep. The Scorpio Leo dynamic, why they love and hate each other so much, is something that could be studied in textbooks. But without being too vague and going into that, the understanding of the wisdom of these social dynamics is going to literally break you through a deeper, purer, intense, strengthened energy, so that this can begin to integrate the charge of strengthening new superpowers that you've recently activated with this new moon. And that's the most important thing to really express with this. Damn, my vocab is on point. I'm joking. The new moon in Cancer that we planted the seeds are now breaking through the ground. So you're understanding the intensity of the new feelings that you planted the seeds, new Cancer. Now you're strengthening the understanding of those feelings. And it's hard for me to put into words because the opposition of Uranus to Taurus with the moon in Scorpio and Jupiter to Taurus and the moon in Scorpio is accounting for this expansion of the physical quality of your body, that the moon in Scorpio is going to deepen how intensely you can process the physiological function of your physical senses. This is a fancy way of saying that the method and nature with which you harness energy is integrating to not only become more intense, but this is why it's so hard to put into words. Non-linear elements of facets metaphysical to you outside of your awareness and control are going to smack you in the face, or the butt, or the boobs, or the dick, or the ears. It's going to get your attention. That's the opposition to the Taurus. The earth and the water oppositions are syncing physical sensations with metaphysical existences and emotions. So this is really the connection track of not only bridging both of these opposites, but you're coming into one of the most impactful revelations that will not only charge up how much more confident you are expressing these highly eccentric facets of yourself, but it's going to help you not only move forward with more confidence, but also step into more of your true power than ever, with the South Node still in Libra. Okay, and this is where elements that you know you would never be caught dead expressing about yourself in public, now you're willing to talk about socially. And that's why I was saying in the beginning, stepping into this eccentric sense of your authenticity, when you step into your North Node, it can make you enemies. And those who gained a lot from a lesser authentic nature of who you are, who can manipulate or influence you more, they're going to be angry because now they have less leverage. Whether they know consciously that's why they're angry, or they know and they're just being ulterior and they don't want to tell you, this is going to be exposed. So your social interactions, especially what people don't do, is going to reveal everything you need to know about the social culture around you. Pay attention to culture around you, because a lot of answers will facilitate what you might have been asking. And you also want to be in a mindset to not take anything serious negative about you that's not true. If people are getting at you negatively and what they're saying is true, just accept the truth. Change, transform, move on. Still hold your own, but chances are you're dealing with some hating ass, jealous, envious people who are jealous of the strength and evolution that you're stepping into, something you might be blind to. You might not even see it as a big deal, but other people do. And so believe who people show you they are the first time. Remember, you are unstoppable. Nobody is going to really mess with you on this path of authenticity unless you let them. And I just want you to be very, very excited. Because once we step into Moon in Sag and Moon in Cap and Moon in Aqua and Moon in Pisces, the God level signs, boy, yo, ooh, I need you to embrace your eccentricities. It's easier for me to do because I'm subruled by Uranus. So I'm literally a limit pusher. I'm literally here to push the limits on what society finds acceptable. Gemini style, baby. Kanye and Kendrick, we're a part of that too. Anyway, Prince, all the third decan gems. The thing that's really important about this though is this is how you're getting out your comfort zone. The eccentricity of Uranus is influencing how much more you're willing to be uncomfortable, being comfortable expressing deeper private elements of yourself socially to other people. And now let's get into the deepest element of what this is. You're also understanding the transformation of how you express your life force energy. And this is going to make way coming into the Moon in Sag to understand the ascended perspective of exactly how to fully express the quality of your energy. How much fun and energy can you express, and how do you strengthen that so that you can have more energy to express this? So be very mindful, especially once the moon starts to trine Neptune. Deep occult secrets that elude you into applying this light of Leo into the unseen will integrate how much more effectively to really utilize the supernatural qualities of your imagination. See, when you're uninitiated and when you aren't necessarily aware of your potential, you can let the materialist, reductionist society around you convince you that your imagination is just some, non-physical element of your mind peering into delusion. When you're initiated and you're awake, you realize that your imagination is literally the protocol and application with which you can create on this augmented 3D reality anything you want. What am I saying? Anything you imagine. See, Aquariuses do this at the highest level, and Pisces are this. Anything you imagine, you can literally grab and have. But how do you bring it into reality? Virgo, repetition. Once you imprint this in your subconscious through repetition, it has no choice but to create it for you. And so Scorpio and the moon is going to help you understand how you uniquely tap into these hidden aspects of yourself, but you have to be okay with accepting and coming out the comfort zone of who you used to see yourself as. This comfort zone adjustment is accepting that you're greater than you could even realize. You're doper than you could have ever realized. And that could be uncomfortable to express more of our greatness when we feel comfortable being at a certain level, but you're really beyond that. And so be prepared to elevate. Be prepared for people to hate and be envious because they feel like maybe you don't deserve what you're coming into. And be prepared to whoop your dick out or your titties out and be like, na 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 boo boo. But maybe you're not unnecessarily petty like me and you have class. You can do that without having to be petty and just say it with your aura. Y'all stay blessed as always. I'm gonna na 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 boo boo, suck my wee wee. And yeah, Gemini out. Godspeed. Peace.